Disclaimer: the information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GAN's processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
It's time for change to move into the real work of the universe. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. Now you understand maybe why the Creator has sent His messengers in the name of whatever you have had. Is that they bring the ears, that it can be used when the time of the Messiah comes. They can teach the soul and the messenger, not to oppose, but by them understanding through those who have become messiahs to give from their souls to these to elevate, the job is made easy. The school is there and the students are devotedly there. Then there won't be any fight between what they call the Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and the Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque and in the same church in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion that is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who are the hyperactive children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is my command. If it's your wish to see peace, the path of peace is laid very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness. By giving will create that position of change. No other thing. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you go into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to become arrogant in the power that you have understood and you possess. Otherwise, you'll fall in the same path of the church and the mosque. This is what we promised, and this is what we have delivered. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is a star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, Earth is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. It carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it soul of so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the earth and its content, what do they see? They see a galaxy with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical dimension of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees that's the soul of a fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of a president. They all shine irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look to our soul, we see nothing but a star in the other souls. And this is the break. This is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready to go into space. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which has been promised. I never promised you heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have the key. It's you who has to open the door to understand, if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, that the physical life on this planet changes, then I'm worthy to be part of the universal community. To be there to serve, to expand. To be there, to be part, that in the cycle of life of universe, I become, in being part, I become part of the totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination of understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life, in a new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle. Which that cycle carries with itself the origin of the creation of life in the universe and the universe. It's the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not a throne of the physical life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 228th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace and Justice here on Tuesday, June 28th, 2022. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the public teachings in English. My name is Rick Cramond, and I'll be host once again in these weekly public teachings. And once again, I'm joined with Mark as co-host. Thank you, Mark, for that position. And I think we're about ready to begin today's workshop. Just let me get the proper slides lined up here and take it away, Universal Council.
Thank you. Rick, can you hear me properly? Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Thank you.
Go ahead,
Thank you,
Shweta.
Dr. Rick. Yeah. Welcome. Suswagatam, my dear beautiful souls, in the beautiful energy, in the beauty and totality of Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute, in the beautiful energy of the universal councils, the universal souls, truth seekers, knowledge seekers, in the beautiful energy of beauty and totality, in the beautiful energy of the oneness of one planet, one nation, one race for justice and world peace. Here, my dear beautiful souls, I want to share a few words. I want to share that there is no enemy, my dear. This word, this condition has been used. There is no enemy, never was and never will be. This word has been used and manipulated monstrously, created corruption, war, hunger. And as a result of this word, the world became full of orphans. And there was orphan trains, ships, and many other to trade in the name of taking care. From the core of my heart and soul, in gratitude and respect, I will say to the father and the mother, the brother and the sisters, and all beautiful beings, and the powerful people, those who are playing with the power, that there is no condition you don't need. There is no enemy, my dear. But there are conditions you don't need anymore. Whoever you are, need anymore deplete energy. You can throw away the energy like garbage. You can deplete the energy from you. And from within, from your within, I will say, as we are all have this power. I have this strength. I will not say power, have this strength. So deplete the energy from within, and all because of you, this act of kindness, all will be benefited, and there will be always kindness because of your act of kindness from within. So be here, my dear beautiful souls. A family cares for you, and you should be here to take care of the family. And the family is humanity and the universal family, my dear one. And so don't even try again to break the heart. Ever do that. Not ever do that again, my dear beautiful souls. As in the hearts, there is the home of the lovers, and they only know how to love. So this is the way we became the family, sharing each other love. And this is the act of kindness we do with each other. So there is no enemy. This is the way. So here are the beautiful words I'm going to read. Through the beauty of the soul of diversity of the languages spoken on planet Earth, all souls are equal and all souls are creators as they are created in the image of the Creator. So beautiful. Thank you so much, my dear ones. Rick, can we go to the next slide? Here is the wish and the wishes that will go on. All the wishes we do is for the love and kindness and care for all that is. So, and the wishes work like that. They elevate the soul, and there can be wishes that has been made anciently by you. It is in your soul. As a soul traveler, you are. Maybe the soul that leave the earth, go with these wishes, the essence, and they, when we say our father, the soul of our father, the soul of our mother, or the soul of that and this, they can be understood by these wishes because they carry the essence of this beauty, the intentions we have for them. And this is eternal. So here are the wishes, my dear. Here is the wish uh, uh, from the Universal Council. We wish the new flight system serves local and global communities on planet Earth and beyond. We wish that the new flight system is common and used as all other flight systems used today. We wish that the new flight system strengthens and enhances the elevation of humanity's soul. We are present. I am present, the Universal Council, the Universal Support Council. I am present, we are present. There is another wish I want to say. This wish came from Universal Council Support, Mehrnaz, and the wishes. I'm going to read this. Please bear with me. Yes. Yeah. The wish is very beautiful. We give. Mehrnaz, are you here?
Yeah, but go ahead.
Okay. You want to read that?
No, you go ahead if you want.
Okay.
No, thank you.
We give from our souls for all youngsters and women and men have equal access to the totality of knowledge of creation, bringing abundance of food, energy, and a clean planet. So beautiful. I am present.
I'm present.
I am present.
I'm present.
Now we can go to the next slide, my dear Rick. We are present. Yes. And this is the 5 minutes of silence for the elevation of souls, as we are all doing, but with our wishes, with our intentions, elevating the soul continuously. It is like being becoming eternal. The elevations are going on. For the elevation of the soul of the 5+1 peace negotiators, beautiful news are coming. From the countries that are understanding and awakening to be in the greater oneness. The soul of the IAEA, all souls working for peace in Vienna, the soul of humanity, the souls of world leaders and religious leaders of planet Earth, and the soul of the whole humanity and the universal community. So here the time starts from now. Thank you very, very much. Thank you so much, my dear beautiful souls, for being present with the responsibility of all souls. So thank you so much. And now, Rick, can we move to the next slide? Here I welcome Stefania.
Yes, good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
Anyone wants to share?
I don't know if Mushfaq want to say something about
Hello,
this section.
this is One City, One Center.
Yes,
Hello, Stefania. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I don't know if Mushfaq want to say anything on this section. I don't know if he can talk or he want to say something. Before I'm gonna talk non-stop. So I wanted to give him the opportunity to Mushfaq.
You can stop non-stop and I'll talk when time comes. I'll when there is an opportunity, I'll talk. So go ahead, no problem.
But you want to say anything about One City, One Center?
No, I didn't have plan for it, but it will come later on.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so yes, so this is One City, One Center, and definitely now more than ever, we need all the support of the knowledge seeker, of knowledge seeker, UC member, everyone, new people, old people. Is really a time for us to really get together. And as you can see, you got the announcement unit, the flying system in 3 different locations. But very, very soon, this will be spread all over the world. So as we expanding worldwide, and we want all this flying system reaching everywhere, every country in the globe, to be able to be independent, it's very, very important that we keep in donate. This is very, very essential. This is one of my understanding now. If we want to give a chance of everyone to enjoy this technology or to enjoy the fruit of what this technology can give, we really need to support the foundation in any shape or form in such a way that we can keep our independency. So we always gonna have a free will of what is best for us and everyone. Every donation will be always, every money you give, £1, £2, £5, £10, £100, £100,000. Everyone is got. I talk in pound because I'm in UK, but euro, whatever. This really is essential now more than ever. Because I'm sure more people will going to try the flying system. They want to then have it in their nation, or sorry, in their continent. They want this technology be spread, and to be able to spread this technology. Definitely, if anyone can keep donate, we can become bigger and still being independent. So we don't need a big investor. We don't need people who just want business. We just need people who they understood what we are doing, they trust what we are doing, and they support us, what the Keshe Foundation is doing and Mr. Keshe is doing, in such a way that we can grow in quicker, easier, and then pass to the next step much faster. So this is my understanding. So I do really, really suggest, I really recommend everyone who can donate. So you don't have to steal from your own self. You don't have to take food out of your kitchen. But if you got any spare cash, you don't know how to spend them, this definitely is a good way to do it. And if you're a billionaire, or if you are someone who has got a lot of cash and he wants to bring progress to this world, this is a good way to do it. Because from my understanding, this is for the good of everyone. So the address you see on the front, It's sell KFM Global. Is also if you want to become a distributor. And like Krasimir said many times, as you become distributor, you will have a chance of understand more the plasma technology at the product level. Even those, I have to say, after you will go into the flying system, you can see that maybe the product are become very, very small now in compare of what's gonna what we're gonna expect next from this technology. So my understanding is that we're just touching the tip of an iceberg. So even when you're gonna have your experience in the flying system, you just touching the tip of an iceberg there. So we are gonna have I think we didn't start it yet. We've really been in the embryo stage up to now. We play with the ganses. We understand about the fields. We understand now, we try to understand better the use of the MAGRAV. What is this MAGRAV? What is the use for? When you go into the flying system, definitely is a jump up. And that still is just scratching the surface, because even the system, as Mr. Keshe pointed out, is just the beginning. We're just now learning how the flying system and having people to go through the flying system. We're just learning how we can put this how the people and the flying system, how you can, we're now playing with it. We just get familiar of what we can do. And as you heard Mr. Keshe, the next step will be beyond our imagination. So that's why now it's very important that we all stay connected and all we work together to really go into this next step, because as we know, it's a collective effort. So you can do in many ways you think is best, but by being volunteer, by being offering your knowledge, by offering your time, offering your money, offering, there are many ways you can be part of this moving into the next step, moving into the next level. So this is the only things I want to say about One City, One Center, and really to, keeping working together. So I really want to thank everyone, literally everyone, anyone who listening now, anyone who really believe in what he's doing, believe in what the foundation is doing, and just keep going in any shape or form. I know that for some of you it's not easy, for any reason, but definitely we're in the right track. This is what is my understanding. So I don't know if you want to go to the next slide.
I want to say something.
If you please want to say something, no problem.
Beautiful, beautiful. Very kind words, my dear Stefania. I want to add that as we are in the greater oneness, in the path of the greater oneness, a single act of kindness is beneficial for so many, can transform so many lives, creating the oasis all over. There is the need. So be in the act of kindness, beautiful souls. Those who are able to do, please do. So this is what I want to say, my dear Stefania. Thank you so much. Now we can go to the next slide. If anyone wants to share anything, or we can go. Here I welcome Dean. Dean, can you hear me? Hello?
Shweta, hi. Yeah, it's Dean here. Shweta, just so you know, I'm just about to hold some interviews, so it's going to be a little bit difficult.
Okay.
I'll
Thank
you, Shweta.
Thank you, my dear. Oh, thank you so much.
Because the Italian, there is a second lot of the Italians. They are flying now, so they've been flying all day today. So I think Dini will be busy on doing interviews after the experience.
Yes, yes, Dean, you are doing a wonderful job. You are hugging in so much kindness. We can feel here sitting where I am from my heart, you know. Thank you for your beautiful soul. Thank you.
Thank you, Sweta. Thank you, Stefania. So there's yeah, beautiful souls here present in the moment, and they're having some flight experiences, and I will be holding some interviews and sharing through these languages this beautiful experience of the soul travel and the deep connection they're having with this this experience, this flight experience, which is universal in order. And yeah, it's quite an honor and a privilege to be part of it, and to be present with the souls that are experiencing this this incredible technology, the Foundation's ethos and work that is now becoming apparent and spreading this field strength across the planet. So it's quite an honor to be present and to be able to hold these interviews with these wonderful souls. So thank you all, and I'll speak, if I get a chance, I'll speak a little bit later on if it's possible. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, my dear. Thank you. So here is.
I can talk about this actually.
Okay. Now
because it's one of the things I saw when I was in the flying system. So here is it's the call of every Sunday, the knowledge seeker, to spray the guns at 12 p.m. time and 6 p.m. time, city time, so European time, to create this dome of peace. And actually I saw it when I was flying. I saw the earth very, very small, like a ping pong ball, and surrounding about this white fog all around the planet. And to me was the way I interpreted that when I seen it. It was the plasma dome. Was like if it was already done. So I do definitely encourage everyone to keep in spray, keep in making guns and throw it in the environment, so in the water, in the sewage, everywhere, you know, not just make guns and keep them there still in the house. You just make them, and then you spread them around, and then you spray, and then also be connected at the soul level, because another things that I definitely felt when I was in the flying system with the Italian group, that we are all like Maghreb. I know that we all know this. But when you feel it, when you really feel it, and it is you understand the importance of what we're doing, of this connection. So definitely encourage everyone to continue. And as I said, in the background, in Linz, and in the background, maybe many people, they working really, really, really hard, very, very hard to make this happen. There are so many people in the background who really working non-stop to make this happen. So also with the plasma dome, we can support all these people at the soul level, at the plasma level, by changing the environment. So whatever you can do, just keep doing it, and then it's all together. We're gonna get there. Even those in my flying experience is already done it. That was the message. But I just want to say this. I don't know, Sweta, if you want to add anything.
Yes, I want to add that, as a beautiful words, my dear Stefania, thank you so much. I want to add that as we are with the spreading of the cups of life and cup of physicality, and adding to the beauty and totality, the spreading of the soul is also happening. And this is the beauty of this knowledge, you know, you are shareholders of souls together. So here I want to have a message from Team Brazil that my dear Rafael is organizing already every day, 24 hours, you can say, and especially on Wednesday, at 6 p.m. He always organizes, and it is in continuous, the elevation of souls for the silence. And anyone can join, and welcome, my dear, to the Team Brazil elevation of souls. So I'll say beautiful Brazilian team and beautiful souls. Thank you so much. Obrigado, Brazil. Thank you. Now we can go to the next slide. If anybody wants to share anything, please do. Here, the Mojan Kings, welcome the soul travelers. Stefania, Andreas, beautiful.
Yes, thank you. The other Andreas, because now we got two Andreas and two Mojan Andreas. So we have with us the German Andreas from the German
community. German speak, yes.
Yeah, because he also was with me in the flying system. So I can share my experience, then he can share his one. And the Mojan Andreas from the person who had experience with the Mojan, he today could not be here, but he will share maybe his experience the following Tuesday. So, yeah. So, Andreas, do you want me to start, or you want to start?
Hello to everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. I had problems with the headset before. Yeah, I'm translating, but I can also speak. But if you begin, it would be great.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Thank you.
I can start, yes. So I had the pleasure to meet Andrea Fogger for German community. I have to say, he's a giant. He doesn't look in the picture. You cannot tell from the picture. So it was really great to meet him in Linz. Yeah, I'm gonna start. Okay. So as you know, last week, exactly 1 week ago, the Italian group, we meet up in Linz, and our intention was to go on the moon. So that was the intention that we had. But nevertheless, when you go there, then you will discover your real intention. And what will happen to you when you go into the flying system is what you really, you will follow your real intention, what you really want to do. And this is it. Actually, kind of what happened to me. My intention was to definitely celebrate with the Italian community. But then I discovered for me was not to go on the moon, but for me was to bring world peace. So, and I want to elevate the Italian community, and I want to elevate all the community. I want to elevate all the planet, all the animal, or all the universe, unicorns, as we all want. And I did this thought before going into Linz, and that was my wish. Obviously, we all know that the elevation starts with we win. So you have to kind of have a peace inside you if you want to have it worldwide. It cannot be any other way. So also this is a lesson I learned through going the flying system. So I remember that before going to Linz, I was trying to think which was my wish, if it could be answered. And every time I was thinking world peace. I tell you this now because I was having some feelings inside me, very strong feelings. I don't know how to describe, like not electric, but I was feeling some very strong sensation going through all my body every time I made that wish. So that's why I thought, okay, I'm gonna go for this, because if every time I think about this, I feel all this changing inside my body, I think this is the wish I should go. And I tell you this because then when I went into the flying system, I recognized the same feelings. So it was like, now I know why I had this wish, because, you know, I recognized it was the right one. So as soon as you arrive in Linz, I have to say, it's maybe a little bit difficult to find. But as soon as you arrive in Linz, especially in the center, as soon as you enter the center, you feel this, these fields. You can feel them. Even my boyfriend, who is not very spiritual, he felt straight away. He thought that something strong was in this building as a fields level. So not even you are into the flying system, but you already feel those fields. And they have to say the center is very, very beautiful. To me, was I was very surprised. The picture and the we see don't make justice to the center. The center is really stunning when you're going in. So I was very pleased. I really liked. And as you see, you got the first floor with all the things that the Keshe Foundation made as a product. So that also was already something to check all the different guns that have been made, all different tools and things that have been created. You can see the perfect cup. You can spend hours just to look just the first floor. And I really recommend it. Yes, then all the Italian gathered, and you're gonna fill up some forms. Then you're going down, and then we were ready to go into the flying system. So something that I really recommend is to everyone who wants to go, is to really spend time on really think why you want to go there. It's very, very important, because otherwise you find yourself that you are there and you're not sure really why you want to go into the flying system. Do you really want to go on the moon? Do you really want to travel the space? Do you really want to see your relatives? It has to be something that you really want to do. And then once you kind of find it out, obviously, if you cannot find that out, then you just go in just to enjoy. It's okay anyway. But definitely, what you don't want, it's going there and then wishing that you knew what to do and you don't know where to go, what to do. So definitely spend some time on understand why you want to go into this flying system. I tell you everything as my own experience, but you can do whatever you feel right for you. So once you enter, again, even downstairs, you feel all this energy. And then obviously, when you go into the flying place that you see in the draw when Mr. Keshe talked about, that you see this big room with the 2 flying system, and you see the 3 chairs in one side, 3 chairs on the other side. One by one, you will be asked to go in. Obviously, it's good to go in family. It's good to go as a boyfriend. It's good to go with friends. So Mr. Keshe will make you go one by one inside. I had some picture with me because I was determined. In my head, I wanted to, my wish was world peace for everyone, everything. So I was determined. So I even gone with many picture of the picture of the Rothschilds, of the Queen, of the Pope, member of my family, people passed away. I had every picture. But there I was doubting, because even there they said to me, "Are you really sure you need the picture?" I was discussing with one of the staff that works there, and she said to me, "Do you really need?" So I was debating. So I put them on the table. And I thought, I don't need them. I'm just going to leave them in the table, and that's it. I mean, they're in the room. They're into this fields environment. So anyway, I just leave them there. But before to get in, Mr. Keshe gave me 3 different pictures, and one of them was the Pope, and then one was my niece, and one was our friend Sandor. There was a teacher that was here teaching here in the Keshe Foundation. So I had this picture. Anyway, I went in with this picture, but before me, other people of the Italian group went in. So for me, another thing I will suggest you, really, also Mr. Keshe said it to us many times. You have to take your time when you go into when you sit into the chair 1, chair 2, chair 3. You will know the moment you sit on this chair, you will know when it's time for you to move into the next chair. So my suggestion, you wait for that time when it's right for you to move into the next chair, because it happened, and I witnessed that, where people went too fast from 1 to 3, and I was one of those people. So you want to take your time. In my case, as you to me, chair number 1, chair number 2, chair number 3 were very powerful for me. But you will hear from different testimonials. For some, they didn't feel nothing, chair 1, something for chair 2. You know, it's really all depend with you. It's kind of goes personally to you, this experience. So for me, I would have stayed in chair 1 like hours and hours and hours, and you really feel this feels working. This is what I felt. So this is my experience, and inside into the body, and something balancing. All the feelings are good. You know that you're in the right place. You know you're doing the right things, and all the feelings are good. So then I could stay ages in chair 1, and then you move into chair 2, and also in chair 2 you have just a second. Sorry, I had the noise in the back door. So even in chair 2, I had all the 3 chairs for me were very strong interaction of fields, and it's correct from my experience that I had, that in chair 1 it feels more something working in your body, something working more in your body, and then in chair 2 you feel this expansion of the fields. So I remember in chair 2, I really wanted to the end of killing, end of suffering. This was going into my head. Very hard to not thinking and stay with the feeling. And I felt in chair 2 this as a feeling, as this unconditional giving, unconditional love. So you really feel these feelings like magnified, multiplied. They are very, very strong, very, very clear, and they just come from nowhere. This is what happened to me. They were coming from nowhere. So I did this unconditional, feeling unconditional, really unconditional giving. I was already trying to keep contact with the people that were the Italian member were with me. But it's really, I really think that you should really stay on the sensation, on the feelings. Don't overthink too much. Something that happened to me that was really big things was this expansion in my head. And I don't know, because maybe I asked world peace, and maybe, I don't know, maybe the system, I don't know, maybe they thought, okay, I have to sort it out you first, I have to sort out the peace in you. I don't know. It feels like I had a lot to sort it out. And so I had this expansion in my head that it was really quite big feelings. And it stays on the all. When I went to chair 2, chair 3, and it stayed with me when I went in the first system, second system. At one point, I thought my head was detaching from my body. It really, you had these feelings of expansion from within. Again, maybe you will go there and you will feel completely different. So again, remember that what I said, it's down to what I experience. Doesn't mean you will experience the same, because we all going through different road or paths or I don't know how to say it. But definitely in my head was this, I was like if I was fixed with world peace. So even when I went in the big system and Mr. Keshe said to me, okay, Stefania, now you take the Italian community, you're the captain now, take to fly. I could not do that because for me, that was not what I came from. He didn't ask me first as well. The person that were before me, he also made them captain, and they make a big fly. You heard it from the testimonial. Egle, the first lady with the blonde hair, she went fly everywhere. She had not just us, but she had also a tribe with her, and she had all this beautiful vision and experience, you know. And she did travel. For me, it was just world peace. I was, I don't know, maybe fixed with that, but the only things I could think of. So I actually, in my perception, I just saw the earth so small, like if I was part of the universe. I don't know how to explain. Like if I was part of the background, and then I saw the earth very, very, very small, and with this white fog like the plasma dome, and I recognized it away. That is the plasma dome. That is the plasma all around the earth. And to me, when I was in the first system, it really had these feelings of I was, my intention was elevating everything, the living being, universe, unicorns, everything. So I felt like it was a joke, was very easy to do. For, oh my God, it's very, very easy. It's done. It's like the moment I thought it was done. And it felt very, very easy to do. Something that was very easy to achieve, very simply to be able to achieve this. And it was done. And I had these feelings that it was done. I moved into the second flying system. And there, again, from nowhere, I had this, I don't know how to say, really, it's very hard to describe. I had this, I'm going to talk slowly for the who translator, because I forget always. So I had this overwhelming feeling come from nowhere. And it come like a big waterfall, like suddenly a tsunami. I don't know how to describe. Maybe a tsunami would be the way to describe. Like suddenly you got these big waves of these too big to describe feelings, magnified billions %. I don't know how to. And then it was like my face. I don't know what happened to me, but it's like I had this huge smile in my face. I just suddenly I could not stop smiling, and there was this incredible feelings of joy that I never had before. That big amount, so quick, so fast, and you could not resist. So it's not like you can even stop. It just come over you. And it was so big, really, and it's a joy feeling. It's joy, happiness, and I had this also feeling of self-achievement, like if we, not just for me, we all together. I felt this like if I was not me doing all this, I always felt like we were a collective doing all this, and that this collective had this joy and this way of self-achievement. Like if we all achieved this world peace that we always talking about every Tuesday, and we all wish for, it was done, and we done it, and it's been accomplished. And so you had this joy because you know you done it. You had this a self-achievement feelings because you know we done it together, and this happiness because it's done. And then at that moment, I don't know if it's a coincidence, that moment, Mr. Keshe arrived with we had a spumante, we brought a wine, we all brought wine, we all brought musical instrument, we all ready for the party, no? So we all brought everything we wanted to bring, but don't bring any metal, because, anyway. So we then, as he arrived with a bottle to celebrate, it's exactly when I had also the feelings of now it's time to celebrate. It's like, it's time to have this huge party. So for me, it was like, okay, everything is done. We're done with what we're supposed to do. And now let's party, no? And I really felt like it was just time for party. Not even time to worry about anything, not time to do anything because it was already done. No time to worry about anything because it was already sorted. The only time, it was time for this huge party. So anyway, so I was out of this mood. I was super happy. I don't know how to explain. Then from there, because then you know, every time you step from chair 1, chair 2, chair 3, system 1, system 2, you know when it's time to move to the next step. So I really recommend you to really follow this. You know, not rush it. So I know, for me, it was done in system 2. So we were all, because I was the last one to go in. So we were all being into the system. So we all gathering in the middle of the room, and we had, I was going around with 3 pictures in me. And then Mr. Keshe said to us, okay, let's focus on the Pope and see if you can connect with him, if you can elevate him. In my head, it was already done anyway, because I had all this experience through the chair and the system. For me, it was already done. But the moment I take the hands, so we were in circles in the middle, and the moment I hold the hands of the 2 people who were next to me, it was again another explosion of feelings. It was like if I enter again one of the big systems. So don't think that the system, there are the system, but also in the middle of the room, it's like you're always like you're in the system. I never. At the end of it, there is no difference between you being in the system and you be around the systems. Because the moment I touch the hands of the people who were next to me, I had another shot of huge feelings. And from there, for me, what I learned from that gesture, I learned that we already know this, but for me it was again, when you feel it, you know something, but then when you feel it is in you. So it's like, to me, it was the proof that we're all Magrav as well. I know that we're all Magrav, we all made of plasma, we all have a plasma reactor inside us. We know, like Mr. Keshe said, we're 80 nuclear bombs of power inside us. We're strongest than the sun. We heard all this many, many times before. It's not like I didn't know this. But the moment I hold hands and we were in a circle, oh my God, I really realized for me it was another awakening where the power that we have inside us. and we all this magravs. We are not different than the if better than the flying system that we're using, you know. So we got the same or even bigger fields, but we just don't I don't know, we didn't felt it, we didn't know, I don't know how to put it, but you will feel that. So if you hold hands with someone, you go into the system, I mean, I hope you're feeling what I felt, because you realize also the power that we have inside us. So then we try to elevate to the Pope, and then you go in, we celebrate, we had wine, we drink. Mr. Keshe recommended not to get everyone drunk, so we share the wine, and then you make your way out, 3, 2, 1, and then you go out. But for me, still, even the going out was very strong. Nothing really was going down for me, or there was no moment where I didn't felt nothing. My head was literally like exploding. I will not say it because maybe it's got no nice image, but definitely you got this expansion. And I don't know if because maybe I used to have a problem with my eyes. I don't know, many things you don't know, but it have all these strong feelings. So for me, we did this Italian party. I tried to invite people from the Italian group, but most of them are working. So I don't see anyone here who came with me into the flying system to maybe explain their travel, but you heard them in the testimonial. So you can see that each one of us had his own experience. So you had people who fly, people who have a lot of vision. You know, this will happen to you. Everyone will have his own experience with the flying system. Then I had the luck to my boyfriend, because he was not Italian. We wanted to do something Italian, so he had to wait for for all of us celebrate on the moon, and then the good things I have to say with us, Mr. Keshe, it really connected the machine in different ways. So it was very in different ways. We do obviously with you as well, but you can tell, you will be able to tell how the environment change as the combination are different. So it's very, very interesting. One of the Egle, the woman with the blonde hair, she could tell the flow of the fields. She could tell exactly how the fields, how they were rotating, so I do really believe that for some of you who's going to go in the flying system, he will be able to tell a lot, because maybe, for example, in the if you speak with Egle, she done a lot of yoga retreat. I don't know, she went with different gurus in the past. She done a lot of spiritual work before. She had also experience with the Sufi. Everyone, she done a lot of research. She spent all her life trying to understand how the universe works. And you can tell people who spend a lot of work, or can be maybe from the nation where you are, depending where you're brought up, your upbringing, where you're brought up. Maybe if you're from India, maybe from Bangladesh, maybe if you're from Africa, maybe for you is, I don't know. I think your culture as well, the way you're brought up, the way you're thinking, how is your life, always got a say in your experience into the flying system. So she could feel everything. She could feel the fields. She went travel. She saw this civilization. She was mind blowing. And like this also, Milena, she also had a lot of vision, but also her, she done a lot of, she wanted, know about it, it's all depends on your background. You will be able to read it's true what Mr. Keshe said, is your level of, you will understand this technology in correlation to your level of understanding. That is so true, because the first person you see on your left is a astrologist, science astrologist, the person you see on the left with the glasses. So he had his interpretation of the flying system in a very interesting way, very like with he really could. He wrote books as well. He had a lot of background in plants, the many things, and he can tell the way he was describe his own experience. I want to be able to describe like he described. And so every one of you will have some characteristic, then he will make you have experience in a different way. So that's why I understand why it's very important that different people with different knowledge, with different understanding, going through this system. I had the luck because the excuse of my boyfriend that he couldn't come with Italians. I had to have another ride with him. But again, even the second time, I didn't want to fly. Even though I felt this accomplishment I wanted to achieve, I just want to party. This party in my head. And but I went through all the system again, and again, my head had this expansion. Expansion. My head was really present in both the experience. And you have this coming down when you from chair 3 you go into chair 1. You have this kind of landing feelings where you can kind of go back to earth. you do have this, or go back to like if you're preparing to, I don't know how to explain being Horf again. I don't know how to explain it, but then when you come out of the flying system, you will feel like a really strong connection with the system. I had a rush in my skin, like a skin rash that I had in the pandemic. If I go in the sun, I straight away get this rush. And sometimes it can be this bad that if people look at me, they will recommend me to go to hospital, no? But the moment I come out of the machine, it was gone. It was gone. So for me, that obviously, I do think that if you go something and then when you come out, you don't have it. For you, definitely that is a confirmation of something, because as soon as I saw my skin, I thought, oh my God, it's gone. And it went better and better. Like I do really feel younger. I look myself in the mirror, to say the truth. It's good anti-aging, guarantee. If you are worried about your wrinkle, if you don't mind about the universe, but you worry about your wrinkles or the way you look, you look definitely younger when you come out. I felt younger. I looked younger. All my tension gone. I explained this when I was with Mr. Keshe, where like I had the problem in the past with my eyes. I couldn't see from one eye. Or the optician said you will never be able to get your sights back. I studied this method. It was neural, fine enough for physics. It was another nuclear physics. Anyway, I did my things where it helped you to have more perception. Where are you in space? It's all about where are you in space. So I do this for my eyes, and they're really good for improving vision. So during the pandemic, I definitely my vision went worse. So worse that now I thought I went not back to the beginning, but like if I lost a lot of what I managed to recuperate through all this year of exercise. And but after being to the flying system, oh my God, it was like not just improve, but I go back to me like normal vision. So I was supposed to maybe going to check my eyes, because after I've been into the flying system, to me it felt like my eyes came back as normal as before, and I didn't even do any exercise. And then I went back to do my eyes exercise after I've been in the enhancement unit. Sorry, in the flying system. And I noticed my eyes were, because if you exercise with your eyes because you want to improve vision, you know your eyes. So you know that they're not fluid, they are more rigid. We usually 150 times more your eyes. They were not free rigid. After being the flying system, even today, they kept the fluidity, they kept through my exercise. If before I found very difficult to do movement and focus in those exercises I'm usually practice, after the flying system, it was easy peasy. It was like I done all year of exercise and more, and you feel a permanent change from within. So I was very happy thinking about my eyes and thinking about my skin. I look at my skin, I thought, oh my God, all smooth, all really feel really smooth, soft. I feel younger. My boyfriend looked young as well. I was kept looking because it's my work. I work with people, so I have to look at them quite a lot. And so I could see my boyfriend, I could see him different. And then me and him, we argue quite a lot. We are very, very, very different. So with him, I have to learn not to pass level. No, so when you are with someone that is different than you have to always pass level. So anyway, with him, we couldn't argue as we used to. It's like you disagree about stuff, but it's like if achieve that peace within. It's like if the machine had to work from inside out, and something felt in me as change very, very deeply from within. And the way to describe it's more like if you go a house, you have to create a good fundamental of this house, foundation. And then once you got the foundation right, then you could put everything you want on top much easier. So this is what I felt after being in the flying system, that something at a very, very deep level has been bring back to balance or sorted. I don't know how to call it. You feel very, very strong at a deep level. Everything else is just a small adjustment, small things that even irrelevant, but the deep work has been done. My head feels like, I don't know, someone high, when you hang your clothes, they are all no straight. Someone high in my brain. It was smooth, not just plain. And then you cannot be hungry. Like I was all day in the system, and I never was one starving. I always was full of energy. Still now, I'm not feeling hungry at all. Like I'm eating only for habit. Really, I have eaten because I eat more because I have a fear. Not actually, for the fear is not good. But when Mr. Keshe said you have to take it gradually, you cannot just stop eating like this. It has to be gradual. So I'm not hungry, but naturally, obviously, you need less food because if you're not hungry, you don't need to eat much, because so definitely I diminish the way I eat, but it comes naturally because if you're not hungry anymore. So, and I don't know, because I remember when I was in the chair too, and I really wish for the end of killings and the end of suffering, and then this pressure on my head started, so I don't know if something, because then you are left with all your interpretation of what happened and how you feel. So I don't know if something happened where something has been solved, and therefore I'm not starving, I'm not hungry. But I'm still eating. I didn't stop eating. But it's really more for socializing, for habit, for because everyone cooking, you don't want not to cook, not to eat. But I don't have that need any longer. The need has gone. And then I cannot think anything bad. This also, so if I argue with my boyfriend, even that one is just like a habit, you know, because you know each other too well. But I'm not really angry with him. And he is as well. He said to me he feel less stress, less because he had a lot high pressure with his job. So he feel like life is easy now. Not life is easy, but it feels like not even nothing matters. But you are not worried. You are not anxious. You are not all the things that fear. You're not anymore contract. You're not anymore. All this thing just goes vanished. So you keep. I believe that when you come out of the machine, you keep certain quality that you achieved into the flying system. I believe you keep them. And you notice them as the day goes by. So if I'm quiet, if I'm going to sleep, or if I take a moment, I can recall the feelings of when I was inside the flying system. If other things happen, you really have to. I really recommend everyone to keep a diary before to notice things, so it will be easy for you to notice the difference afterwards. And then keep a diary afterwards. Take a diary and write every day. Because during the day, it will happen to you things that you notice that are not the same as before. So for example, there was a time where I thought I wanted to call this person. I really wanted to call her in my head. I wanted to call this person and I want to tell him this message. But I couldn't because somebody else called me and I had to stay with him on the phone and answer this person. And so I could not call the other person that I really wanted to call. But the moment I put the phone down, the person who I thought that I didn't speak with him for maybe a year and a half, called me out of the blue. He told me what I wanted to tell him. It's like if he thought the same things at the same time and he called me the same time, then I thought it. And then straight after that, I thought something else. And this other person that I didn't speak for 7 years, he called me as well and give me and tell me just before I thought, oh, I wish that this could happen. It really make my life easy for this and that. I'm not going into details because it's irrelevant. And then this guy that I didn't speak with for 7 years called me and he offered me exactly the same things I was looking for. So I thought, this is a coincidence? Because you start to question that because it was one after the other and then spot on everything. So you start to notice all these different things that you are now are dealing with, that maybe they were not the same as before. I don't know. That's why I really recommend you to keep notes. And then you know, is a lot of feelings you cannot explain, a lot of things. People can see you. I have people come to me and said, I noticed you're different. So my sister told me, so you also know that you react in things a different way. So my eyes are really, I'm even happy about my eyes, to tell you the truth. Because before I felt like, oh my God, I will never go back as before. What happened here? I feel like it changed. And now I feel like I go back to being like before. I now feel very strong with my eyes. I can tell you many other things. It's really endless because it will happen to you that everything you do during the day, you will notice you do different. So you got a list like a book. That's why I recommend you to write it down because otherwise, you know, it just they keep coming. Every day something new happened. So you want to write them down. This is really my suggestion. I talk quite a lot now, I think. I've been again in the system with the Mehran. So Andrea was there, Andrea from the Mehran. And then I've been in the system with the two Andreas. And I have to say, the third time I've been in the system, by then my head was like settled down. And my boyfriend, the first day was very frustrated because he wanted to fly, but he didn't manage. And he told me afterwards, I really wanted to fly. I wanted to fly. So we had another go. So we went again into the system, and the moment I entered the room, he didn't even have to go into the flying system. The moment he sat in the chair, he told me if it was flying around the universe. And it was really funny because at that point, I was already in the system and tried to connect with the Mehran. That I personally, this is it. You will feel things in different ways. So I didn't have many visual. For me, it was more feelings and sensation. So, but this time that I was entered with the Mehran and my boyfriend again, this time it was like, and I had no anymore this pressure on my head. It's like I solved all the things I should solve internally. I don't know what. And suddenly Mr. Keshe come to me and said, okay, can you take your boyfriend to the moon, dump him there, and then go pick him up? Bring it, because he had an experience before where he felt the floor crashing. He knew it was not a normal floor, and so we didn't know if he went to the moon or not. He was not sure, but definitely he saw himself walking in the surface that it was not a normal surface. So by then I thought, okay, maybe now would be the time for me to fly. I did what I have to do, so I can celebrate now. So suddenly for me it was like scenery opened up, like when you're in a theater and the curtains going to the sides, no? I just looked the scenery. It was a little bit like a mountain, but I was not sure. It was all dark, so it was not like a sky like here. I didn't know where I was, but I just remember, okay, I'm gonna dump my boyfriend here, going to have a tea with the universal community, come back, pick him up, and take him back to Earth. This is what happened in my head when Mr. Keshe said it. But it was not after when I speak with my boyfriend, and my boyfriend felt like he was going through space, through different planets. So he really had this vision of flying everywhere in different places. Yeah. So and then for me, in this time, my pressure on my head was not near. Actually, it was kind of gone, and I had this flying experience with my boyfriend, and that was a small journey. I didn't stay too long into the system, and then I moved out. But the other was the Mehran, Andreas, and then the other Andreas. So again, I really recommend it. So I think I talked enough. I think I covered everything I should cover. I don't know if anyone has a question, or we let him talk, Andreas, first, and then we go into question. For me, it's the same. What do you think? What do you think, Rick or Sweta? Or anyone want to add anything or ask question? Or we let Andreas speak first and then we move to the question?
It was definitely a lot of information and fascinating. Thank you very much, Stefania. It's a great adventure that you've been on and continue on there. I don't see any questions directly right now in our chats. So perhaps we can move to Andreas and allow this to settle a little bit, and maybe then people have more clear questions to ask.
Yes, yes, of
Yes.
course.
Hello to everybody. Thank you, Stefania. I'm Andreas from Austria, Universal Council support member for the German-speaking community. And yeah, let's say it like this. I had the pleasure to meet with Stefania. Actually, I wanted to go in with the Italians and make party, but then Mario phoned me and said, "Oh, it's not possible today." But I was already on the way to Linz. And so then we met on the evening with Stefania, her boyfriend, or Andreas and his girlfriend, or Dean was there, and we had a beautiful evening. And wow, since that and already before, a wonderful journey started. And like also Stefania said, every day happens something new. Sometimes it is like if you are there in the unit itself, you feel it totally. And I'm just thankful for the time there for 2 days, for all the people who work there in the background, who to make it possible. I'm thankful for Mr. Keshe or everyone who is here. I don't know, I'm just thankful. And I'm thankful for when I look into the eyes of the people who come out, or you just see they are all shining. And I for myself feel also I shine much more. Or yeah, you have just this wonderful field strength and this beautiful experience. And also the people who work there and which haven't been in the unit, they are shining everyone for himself because they are part of the giving of such a beautiful thing. And yeah, from this point of view, and also just if you are only in the exhibition center or also in Linz, you feel there is something different. There are wonderful fields. To my personal experience, I made a very much unique experience in the first time when I had been there already 2 weeks ago. It was unique because I had kind of a horror trip, which was the best thing what could happen, and the only right thing what could happen on this day. This was exactly for me on this day. And yeah, I had a lot of wishes in my head, but also like kind of a chaos because I'm renovating my flat and worked 1.5 month non-stop from Monday to Friday, and it's not funny sometimes and a dirty job, but yeah, and so I came out and flight unit project started, and then I had less to do at my home, and I come down from this physical working more and more. And yeah, I had so many wishes and I wanted to give so much. And somehow I got a little bit in chaos in the last months because of this working at my home and a lot of other things. It was much for me. Yeah, and I come into the system and I thought nothing is happening in the first chair or in the second chair and in the third chair. I was then questioning, hey, are the systems working? What's going on? Am I wrong? What I'm doing wrong? Yeah, and I went very fast. through the systems. And like Stefania said, it's important that you really take you the time. And you know, then when you go forward, and I jumped somehow, and my thoughts were just chaos. I had so many wishes that it was just too much. Afterwards, I think the systems worked fully, really fully, but I was not able to feel it at this time. And when I went forward into the flight enhancement unit, suddenly I got doubts in myself. I make something wrong. I am too small to do something. And this feeling increased and increased and increased, still that I saw myself, or this part of myself, with such a brutal intensity, being just helpless and total desperate. And yeah, then Mr. Keshe came, asked me if I want to fly, and I said, yes, like sure, I want to fly, but it hasn't been really my wish to fly. Afterwards, I think myself, I said that out of that I want to experience something different. I wanted to go out of my emergency situation where I felt totally helpless. Yeah, and then I thought on the Mars, and maybe I was there kind of, but my doubts in myself, my being helpless, blocked me. So really, it was not possible for me to experience the whole experience. And then on the Mars, I thought I go to the moon, and yeah, there suddenly got total light. Where other people said they had been at the sun and it got totally light. So maybe I took the wrong way to the moon. I don't know, but I was in a chaos still, and yeah, I wanted again this being helpless, being nothing worth, being total desperate. And then I wanted to go out. I went out really fast again. Yeah, and outside, Mr. Keshe waiting. What have you experienced? And I said just to him, well, I could cry. I could cry. I feel such a shame. And I really felt that. And yeah, and the whole day then when I drove home, I thought, really, do I want to live or do I want to die? Because with that feeling, what I had in there, with that, what I saw from myself, it was really, wow, I cannot describe it in words. It was so, there's no word for it. Yeah, and there are much more things to say to it, but I realized that's what I also said instantaneous to Mr. Keshe when he asked. I said, I know this feeling for a long time. Yeah, and then when I drove home, I got aware of it, that this was the same feeling what I had when I tried to make suicide 15 years ago. And I tried it a few times, and this was the same feeling, very much the same. Yeah, and that sounds maybe hard and sad, but it was on the next day. There's no something different. I don't want it to go to my home place where I live and where my mother lives, and I had total resistance. I don't want it to go to there, and I realized, okay, it has something to do with my family. Yeah, and so I slept with my girlfriend, and next day I came home, and exactly my mother was sitting there, and also my brother, which was a very long and deep topic in my life, or let's say the family. And it was not a mistake that those two sit together, and I had no chance to go around. I had to confront myself with it. And the point out of it is, as I realized that, and as I said, I don't run away when I come home. And I spoke with them normally and give normal answers, and I cannot describe it, but suddenly I got a feeling from the unit in Linz, and I saw the whole love out of it, the endless love. I felt it. And yeah, from these days on, I observed myself. I understood, because that was one of my wishes, that I can give continuously and not have breakdowns like every year or every 2 years. I don't know. It's different. I had that in the past again and again. And I realized what triggers that. And I saw the interactions, what I have. I saw the structure behind it. And this feeling of being helpless in different situations, not only with my family, comes back in different intensities. And then I managed it to say, I don't want to be helpless. I have just to transform it. And suddenly I was back again and again in this love from the unit. And it's really a big present for me, because I was lying to myself and I hid it and I ignored it, what I carried the whole life with me. And yeah, for me, it's when the world leaders go in there, or like Mr. Keshe said, when, for example, people with cancer go in there, I'm sure they will understand it too. It's maybe a comparison to that. And if you understand the reason, or if you are honest, true to yourself, you cannot run away anymore. You have to solve something. And yeah, if you understand the reason of your cancer clearly, then you can do something. And I'm also, it's not being, you're never alone, the love in there. Nobody's judging from the fields or from the souls, or however you want to call it. They are just giving you everything what you need, and you are your creator, and you can choose what you are doing. And also, if then I think about the world leaders or religious leaders, or maybe let's say all people who do crime in different ways or abuse in different ways, nobody needs to be afraid to go in there. And especially everyone knows already in his inner being what he is doing. And they know also that they are suffering with different things. But when you go in there, and you just don't have to be afraid, because the fields or the souls are just loving. They can only love you. And you are, yeah, there's everything what you need. And what I want to say, this love and not being judged And yeah, this endless love is already and will change the planet. And nobody will be, what's the English word for it? Nobody has to go to prison, or because everyone can understand it and can be part of it, and just stop with understand what he's doing with his abuses or killing or whatever. He just can understand it and stop it. Nobody will have to go to prison or whatever. Just everyone is invited to a beautiful, endless love. Yeah, and so I worked 1 week, and then Stefania wrote me, yeah, she will be in Linz, and she knows that I live in Austria and that I'm only a few hours away. And then I said, okay, I have to go to Linz too to meet Stefania and to make party with the Italians. And we had this beautiful evening together, and next day I went into the units, and this time I had Stefania helped me a lot with it. She said, yeah, she had her wishes. She knew what she wants, what she want to give, and then finished. And I went into, I had 2 wishes. Interestingly, about handicapped people, because they are a lot of times in helpless situations or desperate situations. I know it from myself with a lot of injuries, when you cannot just work every job, but you have to somehow, but you cannot because you are handicapped. And then you get helpless or desperate. Also, this came out of an interaction of another knowledge seeker who had drug problems. And also I know it from my experiences years ago, how I searched in different substances. I wanted to run away. And yeah, with these 2 wishes, to give hope to these people, to give the understanding to the people that everything is possible, because I experienced the same. I worked now 5-6 weeks from Monday to Sunday, from morning to evening with my body, but I have injuries. Normally it would not be possible, but and I'm so thankful for that. And I wanted to give that to the whole humanity. And but I never sticked with these 2 wishes. I made them, okay, finished. I had to, every time Stefania's, like she explained it to me in my head. I mean, every time not, and then I go through different situations where people are, and I just gave. And I was so happy about this giving, that it's possible for me, and that I'm so clear in my head, not like the first time when I had been inside. And the luck in me increased all the time. And yeah, at the 3rd seat, then I said, like Stefania, so finished. Now I can do what I want. I go into the flight unit and travel. But I don't know why. It was not, I had no real wishes to go somewhere in the universe. I mean, yeah, I had a lot of things what I spoke in there, like meeting the other souls or having contact with the universal community. At this moment, I thought I have no contact, but afterwards I think that this is not true. It's all working together there. And then other people came into the room and sit very long on the chairs, and I wanted to go out. and it was not possible for me. And then the next two people come, and the previous two people were sitting still in the chairs. And so I waited, I don't know, hours long in there, and I wanted to go out. Yeah, and I don't want it to be anymore in there. But then I realized I have just to accept it. I don't come out. Traffic jam or space jam. Yeah, and I sit then in there. I had been in both units 2 times. And then I sit in the middle. And I tried then out to sit in the 4 chairs, but not unit chairs, just in the middle chairs. And I sit there and changed every few minutes the seat. And after the time I realized, hey, in this seat, I feel a different kind of joy, like in the other chair, or I feel more luck than joy. It's these terms, different field strengths of joy. That was very interesting. And one time I can remember, I don't know exactly how it has been, but one time I sit there and I thought, wow, is this the field strength of the creator? A total soft and hard to describe, a total soft but beautiful field strength. And there I asked to help us, the whole humanity and the whole universe and all souls in existence, to give to everyone. Or one time I thought, I had been on the moon too. Wow, this is so a big travel altogether. There is happening so much. I had been on the moon, but I saw more the parts of the wreck of the Apollo spaceship, or what that was, and it was not full possible to visualize the such like a chipset from a computer or a mainboard, and but I felt it, and then I asked how I can bring it home. And I have not checked it, but there was a glass and also a bottle with mineral in it. And afterwards, I thought that was the answer to materialize it in the glass. But I don't know if it's true. But maybe, yeah. And then in the when I sit there in for a long time, it was like as everything is empty. I don't know. I had nothing like to give anymore. I was tired of thinking what to give, and it was just empty there. But I don't want to say it's empty. I don't know. I felt empty. And then when I went back out and all together, I haven't felt that much like the first time when I was there. There it was really crazy how that worked all. And this time I haven't felt when I went back from chair number 3 to 1, not really, a little bit. And it was like I haven't come to Earth again. And I went out with this field strength, and I was very, wow, there were so intense, beautiful joy feelings and luck feelings and being thankful, definitely. Yeah, and this feeling the whole day, or 2 days or 3 days, till Friday. And then again, I started working 3 days from morning to evening, and I thought myself, oh my God, when will be this building finished? I don't want anymore. And I was desperate again. And then we had yesterday the Universal Council meeting, and suddenly it makes click, and it's like as I'm in the room in the flight room in Linz, or totally connected. And I know for sure I want to work. I want to understand it more. That was a wish of mine. And I get the chance to see when I come out of the feeling, when I come in again. And yeah, that's just great. And I also suggest and wish every human or animals or plants or every soul does not depend to join this flight enhancement unit and yeah, to experience that, because then you just have to trust that this beauty, without a shadow of a doubt, will meet everyone in the whole universe. And the future is waiting, which is much more than we can imagine. A beautiful future for everyone. And nobody's bad. Everyone is happy, and yeah. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Andrea. I have to say that I also have the doubt when we said are connected with a machine. It's like I'm thinking, okay, when we go into these places, our body get enhanced. That's why it's called enhancement unit or enhancement flying system. And I don't know if you get to know your soul, because you have this expansion. You feel the expansion of your soul. And I think also, okay, so maybe I'm connected more also with my soul. Even though, you're already connected, it's I know at the end of the day, all is one. So, but yes, so sometimes I think, okay, so maybe these feelings that I feel like connected with the machine, or like you said, connected with the flying system, maybe these feelings could be also the feelings of my soul, and I connected more with myself. I know that the common denominator is this unconditional giving. So maybe the feeling is the same at a deeper level. Yeah. And this what keep us connected with these same feelings. We can call him feeling of the flying system, feeling of the soul, feeling of unconditional giving, feeling of the creator. Is like this deeper feeling that you recognize, and then you're always connected. It was just a reflection.
Yeah, yes, yeah. And one thing what I have to say, these feelings are not new, or it's just like a remembering. It makes you remember, because I think myself, these feelings are always there. But after the flight enhancement unit, I'm aware that they are there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes.
And this helps you to use something which is already there. That means you don't need necessarily the flight enhancement unit, but okay, it's maybe difficult, but maybe it will be easier as we all learn from each other, and we don't speak or only in physicality. We also speak about understanding and emotion, and maybe through this all others, because Mr. Keshe said you are now the ambassadors of the system, and so everyone who is in there will elevate the others, and yeah, at the end it won't be necessary for everyone to be in there, maybe, because we as a humanity and all souls elevate. However, I believe really strongly, I don't believe, I know it's already there on soul level, this beauty. and the physicality will adjust after the time, and everyone will be happy.
Question, Andreas. Hi, everyone. Did you close your eyes, Andreas?
The first time, yes, the whole time. But when I went out and when I had this horror trip, I opened my eyes in the second seat, and as soon as I opened it, I felt more to the earth. I was really lucky that I opened my eyes. And the second time, it was a mixture, but more open, I believe.
Oh, thank you.
And there you can try how you want. You can really try there. And all gives you different answers, different experiences. And like Stefania said, everyone makes his own experience.
Why, Jalal, did you make this question? I'm really curious.
Why you are curious? I have I have interacted with Andreas in the beginning when we was in the expedition, and always I asked him not to close his eyes, and I did want to see what is the difference between the two.
Do you know why you make that question, or you were just curious to find out?
No, I know.
What do you know?
I have experienced lately a lot of things, and one time I was sleeping, but I wasn't. My eyes was open, and I can see both the, if you call it a dream, and the room where I am in, and this puzzled me so much. And I said, okay, so if this confirm that it's no matter, we always close our eyes to go to sleep. Why I close my eyes? So it started to you know, to give you a way of seeing things. And when I was in the expedition, and I speak with Andreas a lot of things, and I said, okay, if you want, just don't go the same path where they close their eyes and they go like a meditation. Just, you can do it, but don't just don't do it like that, what they say. Do it as you want. Just don't close your eyes. Try. And I didn't know that Andreas, he was in Linz, and I listened to him last time. He said he was there, and that was the question I want to ask. If it's the same thing, so something is wrong with him or with me, I don't know. But now he explained what is the real difference between the two, that you are really taking control of your flight. You don't need to be in that position where you close your eyes and you go to the same path what they, you know, taught us to go this way.
I just missed one bit, sorry. So who told you not to close the eyes? Andreas, sorry, I missed this bit. I didn't understand. Who said to you don't go in the same path, don't close your eyes? Who told you that? I missed this bit.
Who told who?
No, like no, because okay, the reason why I just missed one bit when you was talking. I just missed the bit. Who suggests you not to close the eyes and don't do the?
If you are speaking to me, I experienced myself.
Okay, you experience yourself. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And
okay.
I was not teaching. guiding Andreas in that time when we was in the expedition. 2020, I told him, if you want to go to this way of meditation, don't close your eyes, because you will get your own way of, if you call it meditation or traveling or whatever. And when I know now he was in Linz, that was my question for him, if he remember when I said don't close your eyes, and if he really, when he was there, did he close his eyes, or he didn't need to close his eyes to travel. That make a lot of difference,
No, because it's strange you said that, because when I was in the Mojan without the flying system, no, I never closed my eyes. And but also because I just remember Mr. Keshe, in my mind, I remember Mr. Keshe in the Mojan project. He said to us, but I don't know if it's my understanding of what he said, or is, it's always good to ask him again, because this is what I remember of what he said. And from what I remember, he said, if you keep your eyes slightly open, you're connecting with the universe, no? And if you keep the eyes closed, you're going within. And in the Mojan, when we didn't have any flying system, I always, and we're doing the star formation between us, I always kept my eyes opened slightly, like 3/4 closed and a little bit open, very relaxed, but opened. And it was true. After a while, maybe like happened to you, it would not make a difference. I would start to see things, very clearly, even though my eyes were not completely closed.
I have this always in my mind. Maybe this is from you when you was explaining the Mojan.
I don't know.
I don't know. Even me, I don't know.
But then,
it's always in one mind.
Yeah. And then in this time, in the announcement unit, in the flying system unit, I keep my eyes closed just because I just didn't know. I want to try different. I want to try, okay, last time I kept always open. This time I keep it closed. I have to say, I had a lot within, like these things in my head, these things, but I didn't have as many visual, I didn't have the same visual I had clear when I had semi-open. So you definitely have to try for yourself. I don't know. This is it.
But Stefania, now when we brought this subject up, I think now you will remember a lot of things when you closed your eyes and when you opened your eyes, and even Andreas. I think now he will remember if what you said, as Mr. Keshe said, when you close your eyes you go within, and when you open you go to the universe. It have to be this difference,
It'd be nice to ask him on Thursday to go deeper in this.
Why we ask him? We ask you. And
yeah, you're right. This is also true. This is also true. I try through experience, so I try both. But I have to say, the third time that I went in, then it's like what you maybe just said just now. It didn't make any difference. Eyes closed and eyes open, because actually I did mostly had my eyes closed, but also I did try with little bit the eyes open, but I never give enough time when eyes semi open, because somehow I prefer them this time to have them closed. I don't know why. But at the third time I went in, when my head finally settled, I said to you, like a curtains, like this open like a curtains, something open like you're in the theater, and I start to see this scenery. But again, is yes, definitely different experience. yeah, so I'm not, yeah, I think people maybe, like you said, they should try for themselves, but that it's where when you know the knowledge deeply, then you can do whatever you want. But I was thinking about you, about the MAGRAF, because definitely when I hold the hands of the two Italian knowledge seekers next to me, I felt the power of the of the MAGRAF that we have inside us. You know?
Oh yeah, you know, if you are really, you know, believe in your strength. Oh my God, with this tools, what Mr. Cash bringing, you know, it's too much. I am waiting just for the time I will be there, and you know what? Every chair I will take one day. I will sleep there in the chair. Because of you guys, because of your experience, and thank you. You're adding a lot to the knowledge.
Thank you. Thank you, Andreas. It was great. Your testimonial was really brilliant. I don't know if anyone has questions, or we're open for questions. Actually, maybe we should have started like that. Just answer questions.
Well, we have people saying thank you in the YouTube and live stream. For example, Fried says, thank you so much, Andreas, for this very honest and moving testimonial. And Kok in the YouTube says, thank you for sharing his honest, beautiful experience. Like Jesus said, I am the truth, the way, and the light. Truth will set you free. And you see, also, I'd like to read what Mark put in the chat here, which is nice. He says, we thank all whose work prepared the UNO Center for people to experience the giving and taking of the flight system, and so much more going on in the background we are unaware of. Such a beautiful and special gift for humanity to partake in. Birthing center in so many ways for the new child, new ambassadors. Our thanks and appreciation from us all. Good message. Thank you, Mark. And we have Salamia with the hand up here. Perhaps we can hear from her.
Yeah, so lovely. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, everybody. So lovely to hear from you, both of you. A lovely experience. I want just to thank you to Universal Council and all of our friends. I had a vision with my beloved dog, Beer, it was his name, and not Beer, who say like this, more like panda. And he was in a sphere of light. So he is in a good place. He reached maybe the source now, his own source of light. He was there in this light. But also I have a dream, and he came to me and he loved me so much, but he was very sad. He said, I have this feeling at the soul level that he didn't want to go. He was so attached of me and my soul. This was in dream, and in the vision, he was in this sphere of light, flying. And thank you very much, because your wishes and good intentions just put him in a good place. Thank you very much. I'm very thankful to all of you. The universe is full of intention. Universe is created by intention and is structured by intentions. So just to have attention of what we wish and have good intention. Usually when I write my poetry, because I'm thinking too much and I'm concentrating too much on them, they manifest and they become reality. So starting from these days and today, I'll write only of good wishes, very good wishes for all humanity and entire universe, in order to elevate our soul. This is my aim on this life. This is my mission. And I'd like to kindly to ask you to accompany Universal Council and to accompany all knowledge seeker in these daily wishes of good and love, peace, harmony, and be in resonance with the heartbeat of the earth, of the sun, and of the universe. Thank you very much. I love you very much. And I'm so proud of this universal body enhancement who prove us our power as a human being created by divine races of the creator of beloved and beloved Mitra. Much love to you and God bless you.
Hello. Good afternoon to everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you, my dear Estefania, my dear Andreas. And I like both of them very much. And I have maybe some, if I permit myself to have some comment on when Estefania said that she had a smile. For me, I've tried that for years. So when you meet somebody you like, you smile. And when we meet somebody we like, we know, and we don't see, again, we smile. And I have had experience, I still have, my smile is a sign for me, even if in some cultures, or rituals of cultures, religions, you can have contact with the person you have lost, and when they are there, you smile again. So, I mean, I read the book of dead of Tibetans, Back to Dul, and then I learned the things about this, about the death and things like that. That was when I lost my nephew at 25 in Los Angeles. So I kind of practiced this book as I had already practiced Buddhist regularly and things like that, with the practice of praying for the dead and everybody. And so that was about this smile. And there was a thing Andreas said about, I saw love, I felt love. And I liked it very much because I thought everything is finally love. And if somebody shows hostility, maybe behind that is a kind of love which has been disformed, which has been crooked. The person cannot show the love and gets not satisfaction and shows it with another way. But at the end, I mean, behind everything is love. And that's very nice that this word he said reminded me of that behind everything is really love. the plasma is love, is affinity. Everything tends to be together, to give to each other, to feel good with each other. So that's the basic. So make me think that we can understand why communications get hostile or not agreeable, because people have like veils over their minds that they cannot go to the right path of love freely, and that's kind of benediction to be able to give love and to show love, and some people didn't have the chance of it. And then that's funny, because sometimes when the people started to talk about their experiences with the enhancement units, I was feeling it like them. I was feeling I am in the zone of this field, and I'm ready to feel things. And that's funny. Sometimes make me afraid that when I come onto myself, I'm able to contact or continue some things, meditations, and things like that. The other thing is that there is no place for the souls or contact with soul. Like you can be in Kathmandu in a temple, which is another practice, and then you might there feel the soul of some Christian religious that you like, the saints or Virgin Mary or things like that in Kathmandu. And then I think that these saints, we call it extra intelligent, extra advanced people, they are everywhere. There's no difference where they can come. They can be in a temple, in a mosque, in a synagogue. And that was interesting. So it shows that these places are just the places, but the souls can go anywhere as long as there is a line of affinity, there is a line of love. And the word which is in common in every space and in any species is love. When we sincerely love without cheating, without interest, that communicates to anybody. That communicates to a child, communicates to a very old man, communicates to a political, communicates to a doctor, as far as it's sincere and they're ready to take that. So this thing about sincere love passes through everything, in my opinion. And we shouldn't be afraid to give love and take love, because sometimes we have problems to take love, to give love, and we think the cultures is not permitted, that's permitted. So that was the beautiful things about it. I make you jealous, but everything you say, even though I haven't been there, I'm able to feel it without being there. But I'm also, like Jalal, anxious to be there when when my soul calls me and everything is ready. And I'm getting used to this idea of spaceships and these exercises, because for a week or more, I was still kind of in a transition mood. It was so fast. I couldn't believe that we have passed the line of the other world, which we didn't have access to, space, and this line, which we have access to this world, because we had it towards our dreams at nights. We could develop it to be able to do that and this. And now we are not sleeping, and we have access. So it took me some time, but now, today, for example, I'm just quite comfortable that we have made it. Thanks to Mr. Keshe, thanks to people who work hard for that. I appreciate for all of them. I send my prayer for all of them. And thank you very much.
Mehran, it's Dean here. Thank you very much. Can you hear me well at the moment, guys? Can you hear this?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Thank you. So I haven't been present because we've been recording this evening, and we have just recorded some Italians going through their experiences through the flight system. I know listening to the last 2 or 3 moments with Mehran, there's obviously been some beautiful sharing going on. However, in this moment, there's another sharing going on. We are testing the system live in the studio, and for the first time, we've got it up and running so that the sound quality should be very good, Rick, so that in future, all the communications with Mr. Keshe and everything should be very, very to the position where we can communicate, very, very easily and share very, very quickly and have a wonderful experience. So this is a soul interaction on another frequency, on another spectrum, in another field strength. However, this is now a direct connection that we can now all of us share and use in the most profound and beautiful way. And so this is the system, Rick, and all the Universal Council and all the people present from the studio, which now can broadcast in a very beautiful way, hopefully, to humanity, to the knowledge seekers, and all the wonderful souls that are present in each and every moment. And so, thank you very much. Thank you very much, all of you. Thank you, Mehran.
I just added something to what Jalal was saying. For me, my experience is that when we close the eyes, we let the soul encounters the others because we are not distracted. We are not with open eyes, we see things and then we come out of the soul contact. But I've had experience with open eyes. I can make a star formation. I can raise a little bit from what I'm sitting. Depends on the intense, how intense is your intention. Like you can have your eyes open. You can make a star formation with 2, 3 other and 1 up, so 4, and yet be able to raise, and it answers, even though, but you have, but there is the intention which is very much there, a great desire to do something or to say something, or depends on intention, that the eye doesn't make us distracted to anything else, because all this material is distracting from the soul vision. Just that, the difference, I think.
Okay, I see the time. Thank you, Mehran. I see the time, and we're well over the time. So I don't know if you want to have more question or go to the next slide, or
Yes, Stefania, if there's nobody else want to say something, I want to add. Can I, Stefania?
Yes, no
Hello?
problem.
Okay. Thank you so much for your beautiful words, your experiences. You were helping all humanity, all of us, to understand the level we have to be in, raising the confidence from within, crossing the line. We are not afraid anymore. Thank you, Andreas. Beautiful, very beautifully you explained. Thank you. Thank you, Salomia, my dear. Thank you, Mehran. And thank you, my dear team, for this beautiful, moments you have given. According to those who are going, you are interviewing continuously, and you have seen them, hugging them, loving them. That is the most important thing, the beautiful thing you do. I thank you, Jalal, my dear, beautiful teacher you are. You always, what you said is like me, when my eyes are open, I see things more clearly. And when I close my eyes, I see that I am fighting with the monsters. And I was so dirty. I am so dirty, I will say. Still, that is going on. I am dirty, my clothes are dirty, I am full of mud and all dirty things, and I am injured so badly. But still, there is no pain. I am smiling. I have a smile. And I have seen I have killing these monsters one by one. Even the way I love people close to me, they are going with these monsters. And I also letting them go. I know this is not place for the monsters to survive because I am here. And I was alone fighting there. I'm alone fighting. And these wise animals, we don't know, we haven't seen here them in this earth. I see them as they are fighting with big, huge animals. Well, we can say some look like dinosaurs, as we see some fish and all. And I am so injured, but I don't feel the pain. I am still fighting. When I close my eyes, I see that. I am walking on blood, so much blood. But when I open the eyes, I see myself, like a goddess, if you can say that, Devi, because we all are Ma, Devi, mother. So I see like myself like that, and I walk in the crystal path towards the crystalline structure manifested with various colors, and those the beings, some beings came, very loving beings. You cannot imagine how much love they hold. They came to me and they just brushed my shoulders and told me, please stand up. And they hugged me. And like everything is so beautiful and all right, I changed like a baby again. And then when I was feeling alone, with open eyes, I can see the structures around, the civilizations, and I can understand how the beings will be. And it is by when my eyes are open, and they always, like a whisper. They say, I love, but like we love you. And as Mehran says, love is the core. And that this experience of love is always there. When my eyes are open, I was still smiling. Even with the monsters, I was smiling. Walking on the blood, I was smiling. So this is what the two ways going on. You can say in the fields of this unified physical soul and the immortal soul we have, both have their way of uniting every soul together like that. So here is the experience. Thank you, Jalal, for saying that. I experience always that with my open eyes. I see things when my eyes are open, and I always smile. Even in the midst of everything, I smile. So as Iris once said, she translated the testimonials, beautifully translated, very beautiful being. She told that people called us mad. We laugh sometimes, we dance sometimes, we do our own sometimes, but that is we are all doing together now. And with the elevation of souls, many news are coming as the testimonials are coming. Thank you, beautiful soul travelers. it is the way we are going to be in the path of peace. And as Stefania was saying, that the peace was so deep inside, embedded, that when she realized, she got the realization of the peace in the whole moment. And she was so peaceful. Because in this world, we say peace. We are in peace. Yes, we are in. But the realization is still to be done like that. No, we are doing that. And if we say do, it is done. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, my dear ones. Any other question, or we can move to the next slide?
Yeah, I think it's time to move on here. We have a couple other things to still deal with.
Here, I think we have discussed already about the situation. We can move from this to the next slide, my dear Rick.
Okay, one thing I'd like to bring up is about the contest. So I will say something briefly about that.
Oh, yes.
So it's kind of gone by the wayside a little bit here, but let me share. By the contest, I mean the Create the Future Design Contest, where people can vote for the Universal Flight Enhancement Spaceship Unit in the aerospace and defense category here. And there's a write-up about the unit and...
we need you to share the screen, please.
Oh, I already did that once. What happened? Oh, again. Thank you, my trusty co-host.
There it is.
Let me recap that. It's the Create the Future Design Contest. And here we see the Universal Flight Enhancement Spaceship Unit. And people can vote on it. It's in the aerospace and defense category of the 7 different categories that we see here in the contest. And the thing is, there's only 30 days in June, 2 or 2.5 more days to vote on this in the popular vote category of the contest. And later on, the judges will vote on it through the month of July and August, and we'll get the results in August or September, I think it is. And so right now, just to recap, in the number of votes, the unit is in the 2nd position out of several hundred entries with 156 votes. And the top one is 449 votes. So there's no way we're going to get that many votes in the next couple of days here. But we are pretty securely in the number 2 position as far as the popular vote here goes. So that's encouraging. Also, if we go to the number of page views, we are in the 3rd position in numbers of page views. And again, we probably won't get 2,000 more page views in the next day or 2. So we'll probably maintain that position, which is all good. That'll get the attention of the people that run the contest and many CEOs and others that work in the various industries that are attached to this contest. Many of these views of this enhancement unit are from people that are going to get a bit of a shock from what they see. And I think it's great, and it's a lot of fun. So if you would like to vote, which would be encouraged, you can go to the upper right part of this link here, which let me put it also in the other chats here. Put it already into the Zoom chat. And you can go to the upper right part of the screen. It says login or sign up. If you voted last year, you can go to the login and it should retain your information. You can log in from the info you had from last year. Or you can go to sign up. And if you go to sign up, then you do have to go through a bit of a list of your information to be able to sign up. They don't want duplicates and people cheating to vote for this contest, so they need to have a bunch of information there. And there's also a section on how to enter and how to vote. That's part of that as well. So you can go from that link and just go to the upper right part of the screen and sign up, and that would be appreciated. And that way you can show your support for this unit and for the plasma technology as we accelerate into the future. I see that, told that Dan has a question in the Q&A. Says, when and what time are the testimonials with the Universal Flight Ship? Yesterday was not, although it was announced on Sunday. Who announced it on Sunday?
I did. I thought it was set on the live stream. We looked at it on Friday, and it was set for Monday at 6 p.m.
Well, that was just tentative and waiting for some kind of reply from Mr. Keshe or others to, there's no indication. We weren't going to put out any, that was just by accident, and I put it ahead another week because I don't know what day it's going to be. I don't know until a few hours before usually. And we
thought he had announced it on Monday, that it was going to be at Monday at 6 p.m. during the workshop. But that's fine.
Last Monday, you mean?
No, last workshop. And we looked at it on Friday, and it was up in the live stream as if it was to go live this past yesterday.
Well, I asked him in the workshop, and he said that wouldn't have a definite time. It depends on their interviews and their editing of the videos that they need to show and all of that. And I didn't get any indication, so okay. We just have to wait.
Yeah, it's confirmed for Wednesday, that tomorrow.
It is?
Isn't that what you just said? Was it?
No.
Okay. Fried had said.
How did you get that?
It was moved to Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Wednesday.
Okay.
It wasn't moved to anything because it was
right.
on live stream accidentally. It was just a tentative time, and I should have taken it down. That was my mistake, I guess.
No problem.
I did reset it to about a week from now or something, I guess it's reset to Wednesday, but here it is, close to Wednesday, so now I have to reset it to Thursday or Friday or
we're just all looking forward to it, that's all.
Yes, that's true. And you can be assured there will be a part 5 of this continuing series, and probably several more besides that. And
Rick,
it will be announced through the regular channels. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, about the voting for this enhancement unit. Here in India, what we do is when in physicality, I'd say, when the politicians fight for each other, these rallies goes on, and what they say, vote for Modi, vote for this, vote for the president, like that. They shout in the streets and the roads, big rallies goes on. So I will say from my soul, all souls, vote for the enhancement unit, vote for the enhancement unit, and feel the shockwave. Levitate yourselves. Thank you so much.
Right on, yes. Okay, so there's no questions about that. We'll return to our previous program here. And
anything in this?
Go ahead. Pardon me?
Rick, sorry to interrupt. We're doing some testing, as you know, and we're just testing the system to see what is optimum and what's going to sound good for the further teachings to follow. So in this present moment, Rick, you can hear it loud and clear?
I can hear you, yes. It's not that loud, but it's clear. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you broadcasting? Should we be sharing something? Or I don't understand.
We are testing the system and live in the moment. You know, with the foundation, we test everything live.
What do you mean live? Are you broadcasting? Are you broadcasting?
We're speaking to you, so we're using this as a test.
Oh, okay. So you're testing the audio live here now.
We're testing the audio. We've got the camera system set up, and we're just now testing the audio to make sure that it works for you and that you're happy with it. So that the sound sounds good for the broadcast.
Well, it always does until we start broadcasting. That's the test, is to broadcast, not to just hear it in the background. Because when you start the video, then everything goes out the window basically, and that's when the sound starts to have trouble and so on. So you should do a real test with everything if possible, or we could do that on the side.
Yeah, that's right.
I think Dean made an adjustment. I think you made an adjustment, Dean. When you first came in, there was a very slight reverberation, soft, but we could hear it. At least I could. And now it's not there.
Thank you, Mark, for that feedback.
Very clear.
For that feedback. So yeah, that's wonderful. That's good news. Other than going live, as Rick's just said, that's the final thing, broadcasting. The whole system has been completely from the ground up changed, all the settings and everything. So at the moment, it seems to be working extremely well. Yes, I know, Rick, we will find it when we actually do broadcast, but it is completely changed. Nothing is similar to the last experiences we've had. So hopefully from this moment forward.
When do you expect to broadcast? Like, you mean to KF TV and to, or how are you going to? You going to do some actual live broadcasts in the near future, or how do you see that?
I can only speak personally, Rick. I'm not speaking for the foundation or Mr. Keshe here. So at the moment the system is set up, I do. Further than that, it will be Mr. Keshe who will make those decisions. Right.
Okay. We'll bug him on the Knowledge Seekers workshop and see what he says. He'll probably have some info on that, anyways. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good to hear you doing some good interview work there, Dean.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Thank you, Rick. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you, everybody in the background. Thank you, everybody, for those wonderful testimonials, spreading this knowledge. And it is this, the field strength is gathering momentum. It's 10 to the power of many thousands now. And the field strength is just emanating and growing and growing and growing. And it's wonderful and an honor to be part of it. As I said earlier, it really is. It's just quite incredible. Right. So I'm now going to do something. I've just been told to go into another position. So can you still hear me, guys?
Yes.
You can still hear me. So
yeah.
I'm in a room now that many have experienced. So we're just doing a audio test for this experience in this room live in this moment. And I'm in here all on my own. It is just with the souls present that have experienced this, and which is countless trillions of souls, as we know, that are present in this moment, aware of what is going on. And for the beautiful souls that have been present in here and added their wonderful experiences, the totality of it is just, it's incredible. I haven't been a knowledge seeker and following the foundation and then becoming involved with it. This is like a wonderful experience of from the first moment, the first twist of a wire, the first sentence that I heard from Mr. Keshe and the beautiful knowledge seekers that have been teaching for so long. And then to see it in physicality. I know it's in physicality, however, I know many souls have experienced way beyond physicality. And this system that the beautiful KF team have put together, working in the background, is unbelievable. I can't stress that enough. Klaus and his team are they are astonishing in the amount of what they do is beyond. It really is beyond. And I'd like to thank them for that whole of my bottom of my soul for what they do. Thank you, Klaus. You're a beautiful, beautiful soul. So that was a great test, guys. So now I'm walking out. I'm now out of that experience. So thank you.
The sound was actually better in that room. I think there was less echo, so that's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's good. The speakers, we've got the speaker system going here, and I'm walking closer to the speaker system. However, it gives us the ability now. So, you know, Mr. Keshe likes to walk around. So now I'm walking the length and breadth of the system, basically the downstairs of the exhibition centre. And I'm going to the furthest corner now. Can you still hear me nice and clear?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means the whole of the amphitheatre, the whole of this spectrum of this building is now gives us the ability to speak on the move, in motion, and for you guys to experience Mr. Keshe in his full potential, giving this knowledge, and for all of us to start sharing it in a beautiful, beautiful way. I think, Rick.
Dean,
it's a great test, so I think it was worthwhile doing this live. And experiencing it in this moment. Thank you all. Thank you, Rick.
Dean, do you hear me?
Jalal, of course I hear you.
now you don't need to draw a step line to Mr. Keshe.
Jalal, when you come, I'm looking forward to your presence. I feel your presence in every moment anyway.
Listen, could be Miss Scotty.
You need to be present, Jalal, and
I know, my dear.
Your experience is going to be incredible.
I know.
Yeah.
I am really anxious to be there, but let's see.
Yeah.
Everything happen for a purpose and a good thing.
Absolutely, Jalal. As Mr. Keshe has always taught, it's in the moment, and when it's right, and when the moment is right, it happens. If it doesn't happen before that, it's because it's not ready. Nothing's ready for it.
Yeah.
And when something's ready, it just happens. It's that feel strength,
for all what you are doing.
Knowledge.
And best regard for all the who's in the background, especially Klaus and Mr. Keshe. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jalal.
And Herbert also.
Herbert does an amazing job. I know what Herbert does. Herbert works very, very diligently in the background. There's a lot of guys that are doing so much work, and I say guys, I mean that in totality. That obviously there's lots of women involved. The whole of the team they're very special people, very special souls here, serving unconditionally and giving to the whole of humanity everything they can possibly give to enhance and to bring humanity forward. And it is honestly, really is quite something special. It is a beautiful foundation. And wonderful souls present in this moment, just bringing this universal knowledge forward is quite incredible. Thank you so much, Jalal.
Thanks for all of you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, each and every one of you. As I know, Jalal, yourself and Alex, and many other teachers are just constantly bringing this information, this knowledge forward, and that field strength, as we know, is gathered, is grown, and when the moment is right, it just 10 to the power of, it's that order of magnitude. I sense it and feel that it's about to go. What was the word someone used earlier on? That's probably the wrong word to use. I think that it's about to become a field strength that is in balance with the universe, and giving a very special space gap, energy flow in this moment to all the souls present. And it is a wonderful, wonderful time to be present in this moment. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Dean. Mark says in the chat, look forward to when Dean broadcasts from Mars or elsewhere, has a sit down with other citizens of the universe. Smile. Here you go, Dean. Here's a challenge for you. You can set your intention to do a broadcast from Mars. All righty. Is there anything else that we should be addressing with the needs and wishes of your community, or things you'd like to bring to the Universal Council at this juncture? We do need to move along as we're up to pretty much the 3-hour mark here now.
Yes, yes, my dear Rick, we can skip this because as we have already, they have many souls have shared. Yes, these are the contacts of the active UC members, email IDs. Please do contact my dear beautiful souls. Thank you for being here. Salam, namaste, salute. Now we can go to the next slide, my dear Rick. Here, this is the humbleness to the path of peace. We are here to serve, not to be served. The Universal Council. Thank you so much. And welcome, Swagatam to the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute, to the beautiful energy of all universal souls. Thank you. Salam, namaste, salute.
And thank you to the Universal Council for presenting today's workshop. And thank you to all the others that also participated and for questions and their testimonials as well. Very interesting material, and we hope to have more of that in the future. Thanks to all of us for today's workshop. This is the 228th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace here on Tuesday, June 28th, 2022. As a reminder, our next public teaching workshop is the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group, which starts on Wednesday at 7 a.m. Central European Time, which is the same as 10 p.m. today on June 28th Pacific Time. And people are welcome to attend, whether you're a beginner in the plasma science or old timer like me. And all are welcome in that, with many topics that we cover, and it's open for discussions as well as presenting various experiments and things you might have done with the plasma technology. Okay, I think that's it for now. Of course, we have the Knowledge Seekers Workshop coming up Thursday at 9 a.m. And we will let people know if there's any other workshops with the testimonials from people in the Lintz exhibit. And I did change the live stream to indicate the next Knowledge Seekers Workshop is when the next testimonials might be. And if it's before then, we'll change it back. Okay, I think that's it for now. Thanks, everyone. And I believe we'll go out in our usual manner, which that means... I think I hear Shweta coming in already. She knows what that means.
Thank you. That means dance, and clap.
Yeah, the dancing and clapping of the Flight Enhancement Spaceship unit. And we'll engage that now. And see you in the next public teaching workshop.